Okay, so our meditation today is going to be on a little philosophical teaching of the Gunas. And the Gunas are known as these three strands, or you can think of them as braids of nature. And it really helps bring more balance. It talks about nature as in the external nature, but also we're working with ourselves, the inner nature. In the Gunas, there's three. Tamas, which is more like earth energy. It's the energy, the nature of stillness. So when we come to sit in meditation, we're kind of cultivating that ability to be still. Okay, the next one is Rajas, which is more like a little bit of a fire energy. It's the daytime energy of activity, of planning and doing and achieving. And then the third one is the nature, it's called Sattva, and it's the nature of, I always like to say the word luminosity for this one. This is, when, again, meditation cultivates this, it's a sense of clarity, a sense of peace, and a sense of calm. The yogis would say, this is the one the yogi needs to cultivate is sattva. And again, I really believe meditation is a beautiful practice to help cultivate the sattva nature, energy to bring balance into your life. Okay. As we go into our meditation, if you do need to change your seat, please do if you're positioning in any way. Your eyes can be closed, but don't have to be. If you do prefer open, softly gaze downwards. And noticing your body sitting, feeling the ground beneath you. And as you feel the ground, the steadiness, the support, bring in this energy of tamas, providing stability and structure. Tamas is the part of nature that is inert, still, quiet, can have a sense of heaviness. And so just feeling tamas in this moment of stillness. And take a deeper breath in and out. And then now notice the movement of your breath. So you're just breathing any way you like, any natural way, but there's movement to breath. Become aware of the beating of your heart, the flow of energy through your body. And even bringing a sense to the second part of nature, the three braids of nature. And this second one is known as rajas. And this one is creating movement and vitality. It's action, the action you take in your life. And so right now we're still sitting though, but there's still movement going on. Even movement in your mind. Just being aware of rajas. Take a deep breath in, let it go. And the third strand in these three parts of nature, this one is called Sattva. And so just in this moment, noticing just this quiet awareness that allows you to observe it all, just being present to your body, to your breath, to your mind, to that part of you that watches with calmness, with non-judgmental awareness. It's the stillness behind the thoughts, behind the sensations. And this quality of sattva brings clarity and peace. Sattva. So take a deep breath in, let go with a sigh. And so sometimes in our meditation, we might notice a heaviness, a fatigue. I mean, I have literally seen people fall asleep sitting up like this in meditation. And it's simply recognizing the presence of tamas. Sometimes it can be you're feeling tired, you're feeling run down. Sometimes it has a little bit of depressed nature or exhaustion, and then we just go into that tamas nature. So if you notice any of that, just holding space with loving kindness. We don't need to fix it or change it. We're just being aware. Sometimes, perhaps, you might notice moments of restlessness. Sometimes this is, for many people, the inability to just sit still. The restlessness could also be in the mind. Again, this is true for all humans in a sense, this monkey mind that takes over. The mind wanders, maybe towards future plans or past memories or unfinished tasks. This could be our rajas, the rajas energy of nature within us. So just simply recognize any presence of this part of nature called rajas. Rajas is the one that's active and holding space with loving kindness, with affectionate awareness. Again, we don't have to fix it or change it. Just bringing awareness. There's no judgment about it. Okay? And with this mindfulness that we bring, mindfulness means to pay attention on purpose without judging it. The more that we're able to be able to sit and not fall asleep necessarily and not be restless, and this takes practice to cultivate this. Over time, we concentrate the mind. We give the mind a focus, whether that is the body, the breath, the mind. Just by watching something, you could literally lie down and watch clouds float by. A little bit of almost kind of daydreaming, wandering. This is actually good for the mind. But to be able to sit in meditation with this upright spine and just simply sit and do nothing, absolutely nothing. You are doing so much that you can't see. You sometimes can't even feel it. But just trust and know you are developing the third braid in nature, which is known as Sattva. This is when we might have moments of calm or ease, or sometimes there's a spacious awareness. Like even though the mind's still moving, there might be a little bit more of a gap between the thoughts sometimes. Just recognizing this presence of Sattva. It helps us to become more clear and clarity. It helps us develop this ability to be non-reactive. So instead of reaction, it might surprise us that we simply respond intelligently. We actually make better choices when we're more clear, when we're more tuned in to the body's wisdom, the body's language. When we're tuned into the breath and the quality of our breath. And when we are aware of the thoughts that directly link to emotions that live in the body. So noticing all these qualities of Tamas, the one that's inert, Rajas, the one that is activity, and Sattva, the one that is at peace. And we move through these three every day. We wake up in the morning and Rajas is there, the energy to move through our day. And then we go to bed at night and Tamas is there. We might feel tired and Tamas is calling us. Like, okay, it's time to rest. The body needs rest. And the yogis say that Sattva is usually in just before dawn and just before dusk. And these are what we might call the twilight hours. And it's the most auspicious time to meditate. So the gunas arise and pass. They're always moving and shifting. We can be aware if we get stuck, like in Tamas, too much sleep, we feel groggy. Too much activity, we feel tired. And to always have these intentional still moments in your life. Just tune into you, to your breath, to the body that breathes, to your mind, to your heartbeat. So for these last few moments, just simply rest as the observer here. Allow the changing qualities of the gunas of your inner nature just to be what they are in this moment. And feel yourself supported by the grounding energy of Tamas, enlivened by the vitality of Rajas, and guided by the clarity of Sattva. So, my friends, bring your hands together, open the three middle fingers, peering into the diamond light. So this is a symbol of the lotus, and the lotus is supposed to be an image of Sattva. Right? So the tamas would be the muddy muck of the pond. The rajas would be that energy for it to sprout up, and it doesn't touch the water, so it's considered pure. It comes up and then blooms above the water. And the lotus flower is sattva. Okay, so Om Mane Padme, may the jewel within the lotus be realized. And seal your palms in front of your heart. This is a symbol coming to the heart, is the symbol here coming to that place of peace. Again, this is what meditation does. It cultivates peace within. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. And I thank you so much for meditating with me on the Gunas. Namaste, my friends.